What's going on, guys? It's Mr. Affleck9916, and welcome back to episode 27 of the Euro Truck Simulator 2 Hard Economy mod, Career Mode. We are traveling northbound in this episode, almost to Budapest, but passing that to go up to Banska Bystrica in Slovakia. We got 3 hours 59 minutes left in our drive here in our beautiful custom Scania truck and trailer. Let's go ahead, get this thing started up, and roll on out of here. I'm going to adjust my chair real quick so I'm a little more comfortable. There we go. Let's turn the lights on because it is still a bit dark out here at 4:25 in the morning. And we will head on out. So I hope you guys are all having a good Friday. Happy Friday. Good to be at the end of the week. Headed to State College, Pennsylvania today to visit my sister for the weekend. Oh, this guy is going to let me go. Okay, there's the AI being all crappy again. I gotta look into some sort of traffic AI mod because they are not very good all the time. But anyway, I'm headed out there to visit her, so should be a fun weekend, being that I got to spend the last one with my mom. Now I get to spend this one with my sister, so kind of, a lot of family stuff the last few weeks, but that's okay. Time well spent. So I'll have this episode, and then I will have another one ready to go on Sunday, which will be uploaded sometime throughout the day. I'll bring my laptop and work on it when I'm there. And that'll work out perfectly, and then I'll be back to Ohio on Sunday night and start working on more videos throughout next week. Then it's hard to believe, but there's only 2 weeks left in the school year, which means I only got about 2-3 weeks left of videos before I head to Alaska for 2 months. Which, speaking of, I'm thinking, as I said, I'm going to record a couple of these ahead of time. But I'm thinking about also recording some Cities Skylines videos ahead of time just to upload something else in baseball summer, but it'll primarily be baseball. But that's kind of that. Look at this sunrise. Oh, did you see that? The skyline was... You could see the skyline of Budapest briefly, and it looked amazing. I think those were buildings. I don't know. Now I can't see anything. Where's Budapest? It's off to our right, so maybe that were just trees that were not in forward. But yeah, I guess that would make sense, because those seemed a little tall for Budapest. Either way, that was really cool, seeing the hillside and the trees, and possibly a few buildings into this sunrise here. I haven't really driven around a lot of sunrises or sunsets in the game. Let's go ahead and get over here, because I think this road gets over anyway. Oh, come on, you've got to be kidding me. Crash vehicle offense. I was getting over slowly, and the AI did not stop to let me over. Which, I don't really know how that's my fault, because I didn't do anything wrong. I got over, he was way back there, and he came up on me, and then he hit me. So, as many mistakes as I've been making in these videos, I tend to think that one might have not been my fault. I don't know. But there goes 600 some bucks, so that basically negates all the money that we're going to make from this delivery. I basically can look at it as a double rest or something like that. Because we won't make anything. Of course, we'll just use up the fuel to get there. And we are, of course, getting low on fuel as well. So yeah, that's kind of a disastrous start to the episode. Here we go again, right? I said no more mistakes, and then this happens. But again, I don't really know if that one's my fault, because that guy seemed to ram right into me. Let's go ahead and turn our lights off. It is plenty bright out now at 5:20 a.m. So I wanted to spend this episode doing actually a little bit of talking about the game, because that is something I don't talk about enough. But there are a bunch of new blog posts regarding Euro Truck Sim 2 and American Truck Sim 2 that have come out so far in April, so I'm kind of just going to roll through a lot of them. This countryside is really, really beautiful, by the way, I must add. But the first one was on the road, Peterborough Truck Fest, so they're over in England. Going to some festivals there, some gaming events, which is kind of cool. Not really going to cover those, though, because obviously I wasn't there. They were just posting about the fact that they were there, showing off the game. But a big one, ETS2 teasing. Recently they released a video showing A Road to Somewhere New, a first real taste of what major map expansion will be arriving next. The response from the community was outstanding, and many of you started guessing and create speculation of where these new roads were. Today, we are excited to share a new gallery of more screenshots from these locations. Let's go ahead and get through this because I am trying to read at the same time that I'm driving, which is obviously not good. Alright, we're going to stop and let this guy by here. Alright, and then this car is going to let us go, so let's pull forward enough. Let's not hit him. Alrighty. That will work. But anyway, they posted a few new pictures, and there's some coastal areas, and then there's some trees that definitely look more temperate. And in other words, you know, it's not somewhere north, which obviously makes sense. Some rocky areas around rivers. It leads me to think that it's going to be the Balkans, because that's what people were thinking anyway. It could, I mean, the other option is Spain, but I'm just not feeling Spain because the pictures show buildings that just don't really look like Spain, and just areas that to me don't really look like Spain. I'm no expert on Europe, I'm no expert for sure on Spain, because I've never obviously been to any of those places, but it just has an Eastern European feel. So I think that the Balkans are going to be the next region to be released, which is going to be exciting. That'll be probably sometime in the fall, I would assume. Let's go ahead and get over safely here, because we got to make a left turn up at this intersection. But I think that's going to be the next region, and I'm pretty excited for that. Obviously, I still have a lot of these regions to explore, but that will probably be what's next for those of you who are waiting to go there. What do we do here? I have the... They have stop signs. Okay. What are you doing, buddy? You're letting me go. I see. These are very confused. That was a very confusing intersection. No, like, it's just a dead-on highway, and then it just becomes a four-way intersection in the middle of the highway. And, like, the people on the highway don't have to stop. So that was very, that was very confusing. I've never seen something quite like that. But anyway, that'll probably be next. So that's kind of the first piece of news that is coming out from the SCS guys. And as I said, I'm pretty excited about that. Next one is from April 5th, and they said, important notice for our modding community due to the appearance of mods with sets of our World of Trucks event rewards in Steam inventory items. We feel the need to clarify our policy, and basically it's a long letter. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it basically said you can't just copy our assets and put them into your mods. So apparently that's been happening with some mods. I'm sure it's not pro mods. I would highly doubt it. I mean, that's such a well-respected mod. I don't think they would even care if they're using the assets, but I guess it's when you're claiming it as your own that's the problem. So they just clarified their policy, and that kind of was that. And I think a few mods were taken off the Steam Workshop, so I don't think it's anything I've been using. I'm not really sure about that. I kind of doubt it, but you know, that does spell trouble for some mods. If you guys know what mods they are, let me know, because I didn't really bother to do the research, but I thought that was kind of interesting to see them do that. And I understand it. I mean, they want... Oh, I had a yield sign. I should have slowed down there. But, you know, I get it. They want to have a, you know, community of modders who are actually coming up with their own creative and original stuff. And I do know, you know, obviously when I first saw this, I got worried that they're going to try to crack down on mods. And, you know, I have no reason to believe from this letter that they're going to do it. Mods are what make this game what it is. I mean, this entire YouTube series that's now into its 27th episode is based on one mod. I have other mods, obviously, installed, but, you know, the whole series is pretty much based on the mod of, you know, having a hard economy. So without that, this game would be completely different, and that's really what this is based off of. So, and obviously it's proven to be challenging with all the incidents that we've had. So, you know, I would really hope that SCS continues to keep the mods something that is really big in the game, and I'm sure that they will do that. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't, because you know, it is something that makes the game so great, and I really don't think that the game could really function properly without the mods that it has. So that's kind of the one thing going on. They did close comments on that too, which I thought was kind of ticked me off a little bit. So, Here's to hoping SCS doesn't go down that road. I don't think they're going to. But, you know, we gotta stay vigilant, obviously, as people who support the modding community and support this game. Welcome back to Slovakia, folks. Leaving Hungary. Enjoyed my stay there in the 4 different cities that there are. I have to say, Hungary's a very beautiful country. Just rolling hills throughout. I really enjoyed a lot of the scenery. It's just as beautiful here, though, with these fields. The trees. Look at those trees on the right. This is just gorgeous driving. I would drive through this any day on the game or in real life. And those 90-mile-an-hour speed limits, or 90-kilometer-an-hour speed limits, oh, I'm such an American, in Slovakia are quite nice as well, because then you can get further distances a lot quicker, which is obviously really nice. And wow, check this out. Look at all these pine trees up here. Those came out of nowhere. Graphics look unbelievable today. I think it's that morning sunshine coming down. Everything just looks fantastic. Fantastic. Alright, so the next post that they made, because there are 2 more to go through, is based off more Euro Truck Simulator 2 news. So it starts out by saying, as promised, we are back for part 2 of trailer news. And this time we will be sharing what we have been working on for Euro Truck Sim 2 in 1.35, which I have no idea when is coming out, but it will be coming out at some point. Let's slow down for this curve here. I know the speed limit's 90, but in a truck, to go around these curves at 90 feels a little bit dicey, just because they are kind of tight curves as we get into this little mountain range here, actually. Where I feel like I'm in Washington State right now, which is a bit of foreshadowing about what I'll be talking about later in the video. But it says, we are excited to show you many of the new trailer types and combinations which you'll be able to haul in the next update. Similar to other types of trailers that we already have in games, such as box and cargo trailers, we are excited to bring you a large variety of now ownable trailers. Let's start with container trailers, and then it shows a bunch of different container trailers. One looks like a double container trailer. One's a really wide and long flatbed. The other's a short flatbed, like shorter than normal. The other's a little tiny tank, I guess you could say. The other one's another double, and then the other one seems like just a regular intermodal one, like something you'd see on a train or a ship. So it's cool that they're bringing the intermodal ones in. I'd like to see some more, you know, deliveries to rail yards and stuff like that. Obviously, intermodal transportation is, you know, something the trucking industry is really connected to, because they get those little trailers and they plop them on a train, put them on a ship, put them on a truck. It's really a way to, you know, have all sorts of modes of transit with the same trailers, which I think is really cool. Alright, Bystrica to the left. This is a beautiful little town here. I'm really enjoying driving around these parts of the map, and I'm glad I didn't skip it, because it's cool how there's like these little mountain ranges with pine trees in between the regular world. This guy's been behind me for a long time. What city's this? I guess we're just in like a suburb area, or probably a small town outside of Banska. But anyway, the intermodal trailers are going to be in the game, so I think that is a really cool thing. Let's go back up to, I think, 80 here once we cross that one. And that's kind of cool too, kind of like a big oil yard. No? A rail yard is what it is. Very, very cool to my right. But continuing on, log trailers have also received an update, which will see the inclusion of a large combination of them that will vary in both length and size. Logging trailers will also include the variant from Schwarzmüller, which will be available for purchase, and then it shows just, you know, what it describes. A bunch of different log trailers, which kind of, you know, gets into a topic I wanted to talk about a little bit. Is, you know, the one downside about me buying a trailer is I'm not really able to do a bunch of different kinds of deliveries. I've only really been able to do what my trailer has. So I'm not really able to haul logs or cars or all that kinds of things. So, you know, that's something I want to get to eventually. And, you know, possibly when I get another truck, you know, perhaps I can either assign my driver to use that trailer, which probably wouldn't financially make the most sense. But what I could also do is, you know, get another trailer and, you know, I could give him this one and then use my trailer to do some logging runs at some point. That'll probably be not till in the real life up in this fall, but I think that's something that I'm interested in doing. Of Of course, who knows how long this series will go. I think this could turn into my longest series ever, just because the nature of this game. There's not a new Euro Truck Sim that's going to come out next year to, you know, end it like with the MLB series. So this could be like a 300-400 episode series eventually. Who knows? It could be a pretty long and epic series. Even though the views haven't been super high, there's only about 8 to 10 per video. But I know some people watch, so shout out to those of you who have been watching from the beginning. Hopefully a lot of you guys watching are new as well. Here's the airport of Banska. Also want to do some flight simulation videos eventually in the future. Look at these mountains. This is absolutely beautiful. Did not expect this at all from Slovakia. Much more mountainous than I expected it to be, and extremely beautiful too. I don't really know what I expected, but this is incredible. Alright, so we exit the next one, or is it this one? It is the next one, okay. So that must go into downtown, which is right there. Very cool. This might be my favorite city in the game so far. This is absolutely gorgeous. The layout's wonderful. They modeled it great. You can see a lot of the downtown. The mountains are around. This might be as good as Stockholm. I really like this city. Fantastic job, guys. Banska Bystrica discovered. All right. I think it's our first Slovakian city. Is it our first or is it our second? Let's see. Bratislava, okay. But I only drove through Bratislava. I didn't exit, so it's our first delivery in Slovakia, I guess you could say. All right, we'll wait for this light, and we got to get fuel before we leave for our next delivery, but there should be some down there. Hopefully my trailer didn't get much damage from that little collision that I had. How do I... it would say somewhere. But I'm sure it's okay. It was a very minor impact. We already lost out on all the money we're going to earn in this episode. So, oh, shoot. It's the next light. Ah. Well. There's a nice little error. Not reading my map properly. Alright. Alright, good. It barely stayed green long enough for us to get by. Oh, boy. Alright, nice easy turn to the left there. And then there's the DHL on the map. So this should lead us to our depot in the industrial district out here, which works just fine. Look at that downtown down there, absolutely gorgeous, and it's nice. This industrial, see, this is a well-designed city because the industrial district, it's accessible for the trucks that need to get in, but it's also walkable to get from this to downtown. So if you work at one of these places, you can just walk if you live in the city, which is fantastic. Compared to, you know, an American city where they're 20 miles outside of town. Or even some other European cities where they're 20 miles outside of town. This is much better. Alright, where do you need it? Oh, we got a back into there. So this should be an easy one because I'll have a lot of room to go out. Alright, let's cut back this in. Bring it to the outside here. Yeah, I'm just going to turn around in this area to the right, and then just plop it in. So this should not be a difficult one at all. Alright, there's the DHL trailers. Of course, we're only given cargo, which will probably go into that yard right there. Alright, let's get this as far to the right as we can. We gotta be careful of that light pole there. I wish it was on the other side of the fence. Kind of bad design. But I'm sure they do it on purpose to make it more challenging, because that's what the makers of this game like to do. Alright, now we can just use my technique from the last video of just going nice and slow to back this in. See, when you look out the window, it makes it a lot easier. I try not to do it because the beeping noise gets annoying, but it does make it much easier. It's a room out the right. We're clear of the light post, okay? A little bit more to the right. It's still a little bit to the left here. So we just bring this over. There we go. Now let's just straighten it out. Check it on the other side. Looks good. And it looks even on this side as well. Well, that's about as easy as you can have it. The neutral engine off. How did we do on that? Yeah. Perfect. That's a good one right there. That's an easy delivery to back it straight in like that. But still, very good job. Alright, and we level up to 12.5. So no experience points yet. But we at least get our money back from our little issue. So let's pick another delivery for the episode because we do have time. Kosice would be good. That would be a beautiful delivery through Slovakia. Strava, Karlskrona, that's a long way. Kosice, so there's 2 to Kosice. Klagenfurt, that's too far. Budapest, that's kind of back where we came from. Vienna. Yeah, I kind of like this Kosice. When's it due, though? I mean, we just started driving today, so we'll definitely be fine on that. So I guess it doesn't matter. It's not even due till Wednesday night. So 394 euros for 8 tons of electronics. Should be a nice short delivery. It is a fragile cargo, so we'll have to be careful about it. We'll be taking it to a Caterpillar of all places. The other one was roofing felt. Oh wait, this one pays more. 329 for 394. Only 10 more minutes for like 20 some more dollars. What's the difference? It's just on the other side of Kosice, I guess. Or that's more in the city. And it also takes a different route, which is kind of interesting. You see, this one goes all the way down onto the border. And then this one goes to the north more. So which one do I want to take? Which one is better per the minute is what I want to know. 244 kilometers, 266. They're both 129 a kilometer. So I guess it's pretty much the same, but it comes down to time, doesn't it? So that one is 217 minutes. So 422 divided by 217 gives us $1.94 or €1.94 per minute. Excuse me, folks. There's those allergies again. So that's $1.97, and then this one is 329. So that is 209. 394 divided by 209 is $1.88 per minute. So this one actually does not pay as much. This one does pay more. So you know what? I think we'll go with it. 19 tons of roofing felt. All loaded up versus the electronics. It's weird. It's not the fragile cargo, and yet it still pays more per minute. So let's take a look at our route. What was the other way to get there? Down here. Oh, it would also be 337. Well, I feel like I want to go this route because I feel like this is going to be more scenic because it's some more back roads. When this is just a highway the whole way. And we might be doing that for our next delivery if we head up to Krakow or something. So, just to see more of the map. I mean, it's shorter. So yeah, it's shorter, but the roads are what do you call it? Windier. So yeah, I'd rather do some back roads than some highways, I think. How long would it make the actual video? We are 23 minutes in, but I think it won't matter. We'll still have the time to go that way, or do we want to do that and try to go back to Bratislava? Just so we could say we did that stretch of road, you know? Because, I mean, we could go to Bratislava in the next one, Vienna, we could go to Krakow. Nah, let's go this way. I want to do that. Just because it will be the scenic route. So that's what we'll do. Should be negligible in terms of how long that it'll actually take in real life. We're not here to rush. That's the one thing I've learned. Let me reset my track IR. It got a little messed up because I bumped my helmet. My helmet. My headset. What am I calling it? Alright, no one's coming on the left. And now the right is clear. So we gotta find a petrol station. I'm really turning into European now, calling it petrol. It would be... There is not one. There's one there. So we'll stop that one. And actually, guys, that works because, look, there's no fuel station at all until there. So we actually need to go this way because 250 kilometers, what do we have left in this thing? 362. So yeah, we could have made it still. It still would have been fine. But we are getting a little low, so it'd be good to fill up. Look at that downtown. That is so beautiful. Man, do I wish I could drive through it. Hint, hint, SCS. Maybe make a delivery into the city or something like that. maybe the European cities ban trucks in the downtowns, though, which would be smart. Because that's better for the city as a whole, even though it's bad for the video game. Alright, right at 50. Good, slow down here. We'll get ourselves to the petrol station and fill up. Another beautiful day. The amount of rain has just been incredibly low. I'm thinking about turning up the rain sensor a little bit, just because it seems to never rain on this game. There's a setting that does how much it actually rains, and maybe it's worth upping it just a teeny tad, because it truly is like partly cloudy almost every day, which is, I think that's quite incredible actually. Alrighty. Oh, look at that. I love when that happens, even though I still had to stop there. If it had just happened a split second earlier, then I could have rolled right through it without stopping at all, which would have been real nice. Alright, clear to the left. See, that's when he pulled up on me, and then I hit him. Alright, Zona Radar. Well, I can guess what that means. Look at that office tower. I much prefer the historic, quaint downtown to the office park. Don't really know what benefit that has. Alright, we'll stop here. Whoa, we started rolling backwards there, didn't we? Wow. Alright, we can move this up now. There's no one coming. And from the right, there's a truck coming, but we'll be in the left lane, so he'll be no factor. Clear there? Okay. Just in time. There's that guy on our right, so that worked perfectly. Right, let's knock it over. I'm not chancing it. I'm not chancing it. I'm gonna wait for that guy to pass, just to be safe. Good decision. Don't want to have us another accident here. All right, how far to that petrol's? Just to my right. All right, back up to the higher speed limit here, 90, and back out of Banska Bystrica, which was, as I said, what a beautiful little city that was. That is a place that I would definitely drive back to on here. That's the one bad thing about, you know, exploring the map, is I'm not really able to go to the same areas over and over. You know, which would be nice. I mean, that's what I did in Sweden at the beginning a little bit. But it would be nice to just go to the same cities over and over. But then again, it wouldn't make for, you know, very good content for YouTube. I never try to do things to make good content. I just do things because it's what I want to do, and I also want to explore the map. So that's not my predominant reason, but it's still true. I mean, if it's bad content for YouTube, it's probably bad content to play for the most part too. You know, obviously there's things that I enjoy in my real life that are not, you know, good for YouTube. Like, I could never make a YouTube video out of me reading. But I think in video games, generally, if it's going to be fun to play, it's probably going to be fun to watch. For the most part. Maybe going to the same cities over and over would be an exception. But I don't know. I'd rather do this anyway. What is going on up here? There's some sort of accident. What are you waiting for, buddy? See? We have a horn. Never used it, but we have it. Am I gonna have to go around him? I think I am. I don't know what's going on here. I think he's glitched out. Oh, there he goes. I mean, you had the right of way over them. There's no... They have yield signs somewhere. So I don't really know what that was about. That was kind of weird. But it's okay. We're on our way. Next to the high-speed rail lines, too. Alright, 2,000 meters for our fuel here. And then 3 hours driving to go. Alright, let's go ahead and pull off to the right into our fuel tank and fill it up with some good old diesel. Alright, parking brake on, stop the engine, and let's fill her up. Oh look, here comes a train too. That'll be good something to... Oh, I thought I saw a train. Oh no, those are cars on the highway way up there. I thought it was a train. It would be cool to see one while we're along the tracks, but I don't see anything at all. Nothing at all. Alright, 1,277 euros to fill up the tank. So I tell you what I'm going to do is start a little log of our money. Wednesday at 11:40, we had $108,473. So then our loan installment will go in, and then our, make sure we're clear to the right here. That guy's filling up still. Oh no, 107 to 196. Did it not take it out of my money yet? 107. All right, there it is. 107 196. So let me get that down. And then what I'm gonna do is actually see by the next time I have to fill up how much money we've made or lost. And hopefully, you know, if we completely avoid tickets and stuff going forward, I'll be able to really see how much I'm making a day, and you know, my actual cash flow and actual revenue, and see if I can keep that up. You know, whether it'll be time to buy a second truck or not, because that's the other thing that I want to look into doing, obviously. And this is the road we were on earlier. We're just coming back now. So still no trains, which is really disappointing. I wanted to see some. I guess they're not coming out to play today, though. Just the Whitewater Rapids on this little river up here. Alright, down to 50. Well done. Alright, so back to the SCS article. Excuse me again. Thanks to recent successful trials in Germany and the Netherlands, you will now be able to use doubles within those countries, which is awesome. And then there's a few pictures of generic doubles. So that's exciting. Not that I've been to any of those countries on the game yet. The Netherlands are really fun to drive through. I've done it on my old laptop profile a bunch. I really enjoy driving around there. We have also received a large number of requests from our community to have the ability to purchase their own Schwarzmüller trailers. We're happy to announce that they will be available for purchase in the trailer dealership in this upcoming update, and that shows a bunch of trailers that say Schwarzmüller on it, so it must be a company that makes trailers. I really don't know. You will now be able to haul an extended Krone Boxliner trailer, which is designed for 40-feet containers, which is awesome. So, you know, that's those intermodal ones again, that we can pick up a container somewhere, which is really exciting. The possibilities are endless for hauling different types of trailers in 1.35. We can't wait for you to try them for yourself. So that's another kind of exciting thing. There's our loan installment of 556. What are we making from this? 422. So we'll be down a little bit. So we got to make money on the second part of today. So Wednesday at noon, we got 106. 640, which I think is the lowest money we've had in a long time. But we'll make 400 back, and then obviously, you know, this day we'll have time for second delivery after this. It'll include a rest stop, though, so I think we might be driving through the night a little bit, unfortunately. Or maybe I'll just do a double rest stop so we can drive during the day. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But back to the other blogs. April 9th, they said SCS Open House invitation. 5th Annual Open House Prague invitation on the 18th and 19th of May. Unfortunately, I don't live anywhere close to Prague, so that's not going to work for me. But 195 open buildings in Prague, which are generally closed to the public, which is really cool. It's kind of like an open house of the whole city of Prague, where you can go in a bunch of offices and stuff like that to see the things that go on in the city. We're excited to be able to welcome our fans as well as any other visitors who are interested in taking a tour of our recently extended office space where our games are created, which is really cool. I think if I'm ever out in Prague, which obviously I want to visit all of Europe someday, but I think whenever I do go to Prague, I'll make sure I do it in May so I can actually see the SCS tour, which would be awesome. For those already planning to visit, we will be open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday on the festival weekend, and then it just shows where it is. It's a 5-minute walk from the metro station, which is awesome. Perfect urban development. Seems really cool. I drove through Prague on here, actually, one of the other few episodes ago, and I talked about how I have a friend there. And it seems like a great city from everything that I have been able to read about it and find out about it. So it's kind of cool that SCS is based there. And it's also interesting because all their old games were, you know, American truck simulators with the 18 wheels, so I don't know. It's interesting that they've been based in Europe, despite the fact that, you know, a lot of their big games until this one were all in the US. But of course, this game being now their obviously by far biggest is in Europe, which is kind of a cool thing, I suppose. So that's the other blog update, and the final one posted April 11th, which is today. if you have ever had the chance to visit Washington State in the USA, which has to make me laugh a lot because obviously I've visited Washington 3 times and I'll probably be back a little bit in May. So, as you guys know, I love Washington. I want to live there someday. It's my favorite place. So I'm just so stoked to see it come out on the game. You may have noticed that almost everywhere you go, you will see green, even while driving through the city areas. That's very true, except for the eastern half of the state. The state is nicknamed the Evergreen State and has the green darter dragonfly as their state insect mascot. Then it shows a couple pictures of like some mountains and stuff in Washington State, which is going to be awesome. I cannot wait. Our team has been focusing on recreating those forests and landscapes to bring you as close as possible to their real-world counterparts, to which you can see from this gallery of screenshots. And then there's 2 more screenshots, which just show some highway overpasses. It looks like the I-90. The one picture I can already tell it's probably the I-90 pass going through Snoqualmie Pass in the Cascade Mountains, because I have driven through that in real life before, and it's awesome. Oh, one of my friends is playing a game online. And there's a farmer combine. I don't think I've ever seen that in the game where one of my friends is actually popped up on Steam as having be online when I'm doing this. So that's kind of cool. Just as impressive as the forest are the views you'll come across when driving. With new Horizon models, we are sure that we will be seeing a lot more drivers using in-game Photo Studio to share pictures from their travels. And then it shows just a ridiculous mountain range, which just looks like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And then another picture of it, and it looks insanely beautiful. So all it says is it'll come later this year. So that's off of the Steam page. It'll come later this year. Look at that village. That is... Oh, look at the castle on top of the hill. Wow. That is... I think that's an Ed Sheeran song. Castle on the Hill. But, oh my goodness, that was freaking gorgeous. Wow. Man, Slovakia is really coming out as a gem in terms of beautiful countries. I have to say, I did not expect this at all, but this might be the most beautiful country we've driven through in the game so far. Obviously, we haven't hit Switzerland yet, but this is just outstanding beauty. And now we actually got to go through some mountain areas, it looks like, before we get to Kosice. But my, oh my, we got some mountain switchbacks here. I'm glad I took this route. This was absolutely gorgeous. Makes me even more excited for Washington State to come out, because that's going to be even more beautiful. Alrighty. We are flooring it and holding a steady 39 kilometers per hour. That's what happens when you're taking a truck up a big mountain. The view from the top's probably going to be incredible. Yeah, look at that. Oh, wow. Yes. Uh-oh. There we go. I want to go back into the main view. Look at this, though. Wow. Is that a rest stop? Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. Let's just stop here for a moment. Sorry, guys. Look at that. That is beautiful. Let's, I'm gonna take a screenshot here. Screenshot manager. Oh, wait. No, not manager. Photo Studio, photo mode. Yes. Alright, now let's back this thing up. And go like that. It shows us barely in our lane. That's okay. Check that out. Depth of field. Focusing. There we go. We want that to be focused way back there so we can see it all. Blur strength. There we go. Now it's a little less blurry. Haha! Beautiful screenshot right there. I like that a lot. Alright, let's get back started here. That was really enjoyable. We still got 52 minutes left. This ended up being a little bit long of an episode, but that's okay. We did a lot in this one. This was a good episode, despite our incident at the beginning. Which, as I said, I'm really not too upset because it really wasn't my fault, and there's nothing I can do. Those mistakes, I guess, are going to happen from time to time. Alright, back up to 80 kilometers per hour here. Finally getting something going on this hill climb. This was quite intense. Looks like we gotta slow down again. I'm guessing it comes down the hill on the other side to go into Kosice. Yeah, it looks like it does. Oh, it's like a little parking view area. Oh, look at that. That is so beautiful. Wow. That is incredible. Check it out. My goodness, Slovakia. This is just... you know, it's funny, I said it was one of the most beautiful countries, and then that was before I even got to this area. This just further proves what I was thinking. That it's the most beautiful country I've been to in the game so far. Alright, now we can just ride the brakes the way down. I am hitting the brakes right now, and we're maintaining speed. No throttle needed at all. That makes it nice. Want to get there, just... just go downhill. Oh, now it's up to 90. Look at that. I'm maintaining 90. I could probably hit 100 if I want to, but I don't want to get a speeding ticket. There we go. That's real nice. It's about as fast as you're going to get this truck going with the crappy engine that it has. But it still works. Alright. Little digger off to the right. Not really sure what that's being used for. And another rest area, too. There seems to be rest areas well placed in this map. And gas stations. It's interesting, the American gas stations, you know, you can go in, there's like a whole store basically with it. These ones are just little roadside petrol stations, which I think what they should be, you know. They shouldn't be destinations, they should just be places to, you know, fill up, maybe a tiny place you can get a snack or something really little. The fact that American gas stations have like prepared food in that, I think is a little insane. Alright, some coast ice to the right here. I've not driven through this town before. We're pretty much as far east, southeast as you, or east in Slovakia as you can get on the map. Alright, let's just take these turns more properly, nice and easy. Alright, coast ice discovered, and that technically is all of Slovakia. We haven't made deliveries to all 3 cities, but we've been to all the 3 cities now, so that's good. We will need the left lane up here. Make sure we're not speeding, because there's a cop right there. Alright, straight through here. He's turning to the right. I wonder where, like, there's the downtown. It's off to the right. It's also interesting the amount of Orthodox churches in Slovakia. I did not expect... I guess Slovakia is an Orthodox country. I assumed it would be Catholic. But I assumed not. I assumed wrong, I guess. I really got a lot of things wrong about Slovakia. Didn't think it would be so beautiful. Didn't think it would be mountainous. Thought it'd be a little more poor. A little more, you know, Soviet-feely. But I guess it's a lot more modern and beautiful than I expected. Look at all the overhead wires, too, for, I assume, the buses. But you don't really see them driving around much, which I don't really understand. Alright, left turn here. Get into this right lane. Oh, no, are we going to the Dasher or the Tesco? Dasher. Okay, so we'll need to be left. So let's turn a little bit more to the left. Don't run into me, guy behind me. Don't need that mistake again. Alright, maintain our lane here. That's always important, just to maintain in your lane. There's the bus depot. No buses, but a depot. Alrighty. There's the downtown off to the right. This city's not as beautiful as the other one, but... I mean, you kind of got those Stalinist buildings in the back right there with the architecture. Okay, let's back this in and complete the episode, because it's starting to get a little bit longer than I like it. Alright, that's to there, so I think if we just... Honestly, I think I can just go back like this, and then just back it in. I gotta just practice these 90-degree angle turns. That's kind of what I'm gonna, you know, do to get good at this game. It's just those 90-degree anglers. Alright, so we want this off to the right, turn the wheel to the left, and angle it as needed. No overturning, just take it nice and slowly. And basically... you want to just get it to the back of the trailer. You want to almost, like, you don't want to pivot it, which is the thing, and that's been the mistake I'm doing, is pivoting it. You want to just come in at, like, a good 45-degree angle, and then, oh, let's stop it. It should turn nicely there. Yeah, we got to go sharper here. I can still see it in my other mirror. Alright, now that should be pivoted properly. Hopefully it didn't... I think it overturned a little bit, so let's just go into drive here for a second and straighten out the truck. There we go. And then if we just kind of straighten it out a little bit. Wait, wheel to the right. And then that'll straighten it out. Yep, make sure that wheel goes the right way. It's still overdone. I still overdid it just a little bit, but I think it can be saved. Back to the left. Alright, it's not centered in the spot. Yeah, I overdid that final pivot, which is the problem. And that's what I gotta stop doing. Alright. See, it doesn't let you back up all the way. That takes me off so much. Alright, engine off. We don't have enough time to make it perfect. And how did it end up? Yeah, it's not even in. That's not very good. I don't like that. I gotta get better at this, guys. This is just... I've done 46 deliveries. I gotta get better. Let's unload the trailer. 5 hours 15. That ended up taking forever. My goodness. Because we stopped on the highway to take a picture, I guess. Alright, where do we want to go in the next episode? We could do that and do that upper highway to the Czech Republic. Down to Budapest. We already been there. Back to Banska. Karlskrona. No reason to go back. Bialystok. That's long. Poland, Debrecen, we've been there. Budapest. I think this one makes the most sense. It's $1.32 a kilometer, 17 tons almonds. But when's it due? Thursday at 1 o'clock. So obviously we could rest and then do that delivery. So yeah, that sounds good to me. We're going to haul 17 tons of almonds in the next episode. 5 hours and 52 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed. For now, I'm Mr. F like 9916. We'll see you next time. Peace.